हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू टीचर्स अड्डा 24/7। दिस इज अमित सिंह, फैकल्टी ऑफ साइंस और तहे दिल से आप सभी का इस सेशन में DSSSB नर्सिंग ऑफिसर सेशन में मैं स्वागत करता हूं। टुडे इन दिस टॉपिक वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट द एनाटॉमी ऑफ अ बोन। इंसानी अस्थि को by the method of dissection we are going to study. That is very important in the field of nursing. So what are the parts of a bone? Let us study. So a bone has basically 4 parts. What is that? The outermost spongy part is called periosteum. Periosteum. Then we have matrix, आव्यूह जिसे कहते हैं in Hindi. Third, we have this semi-solid form of calcium and magnesium phosphate, that is endosteum. And finally we have the bone marrow. These are the parts of a bone: periosteum, matrix, endosteum, bone marrow, from outer to inside, from outer to inner part. If we see, first we have periosteum, then matrix, then endosteum, and then bone marrow. Now anatomically it is divided into different regions as well. Which regions? This is called the proximal epiphysis region, and this becomes the distal epiphysis region. This middle portion becomes diaphysis. It does not possess any proximal or distal part because it is present in the middle. Diaphysis. And the neck region, upper neck region, is called proximal metaphysis. Proximal metaphysis. And the lower neck region is called distal metaphysis. Distal metaphysis. समझ में आया? तो these are the regions of a bone with respect to anatomy, and these are the parts of the bone with respect to anatomy: periosteum, matrix, endosteum, bone marrow. I hope it will be clear. Periosteum, matrix, endosteum, and bone marrow. These are the 4 parts of a bone. Now anatomically, if we put ourselves within a bone, then what is that region that produces new bone cells? First of all, let us have some new information, as in study of bone is called osteology. It is called osteology, right? And bone forming cell, वो जो अस्थियों का निर्माण करे, that is called osteoblast. It is called osteoblast, which form osteocytes. And what is unit of bone? Unit of bone is osteocyte. And the system, एक प्रणाली जो इन osteocytes को बनाता है, that system is called the Haversian systems or osteon. इसी को हम osteon भी कहते हैं. Haversian system is called osteon. Why it is called so, I will explain, don't worry. So study of bone is osteology, bone forming cell is osteoblast, unit of bone is osteocyte, and that is why the study is called osteology. And bone destroying cells are also present, which become dead and decaying. जो मरने वाले होते हैं या टूटे या फिर उसमें कोई damaged part होती है, तो those cells need to be replaced, right? So bone destroying cells are also present, and bone destroying cells are called osteoclast. उसे हम osteoclast कहते हैं. तो osteoclast eat up worn and dead and damaged cells of the bone. तो ये जानकारी जब आपको मिल जाती है, तो हम यहां से अब एनाटॉमिकल पोर्शंस पे आ जाते हैं. अस्थि के अंदर जब आप प्रवेश करते हो, व्हेन यू put yourself inside a bone, then you can see all those systems. The Haversian system is that system that produce bone cells. Kaha? What is that Haversian system? So you can see the Haversian system here. Why it is called Haversian system? Because in this Haversian system we have a central canal which is known as the Haversian canal. Now let us understand this Haversian system or osteon. You can see concentric rings around it. Those concentric rings around this Haversian canal, they are called lamella. Haversian canal के इर्द गिर्द concentric जो rings आप देख रहे हो, जो green color की आपको दिख रही है, they are called lamellae. Lamellae, उन्हें lamellae कहते हैं. Within those lamellae, you find a space. वहां आपको इलाके दिख रहे होंगे, जैसे ये वाला इलाका, 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 this region, this region, this region, this region, this region, this region, this region. What are those regions? These specific regions are called lacuna. So Haversian canal or Haversian canal is present at the center of Haversian system. Around it concentric rings are present which are called lamella, and within those rings certain areas are present around the concentric circles which are called lacuna, जिसे हम क्या कहते हैं? lacuna कहते हैं. Now उस lacuna में आपको ये black colored bounded regions दिख रही हैं. Those black colored striped portions are called canaliculi. What is canaliculi? तो canaliculi is those region जहां blood supply bone को जा रही है. Blood and lymphatic supply to the bone is being provided by this canaliculi, and within that lacuna region के अंदर आपको ये striped areas दिख रहे हैं. ये striped areas दिख रहे हैं. They are canaliculi, and within the canaliculi you will see dotted red portions. These dotted red portions, what are these dotted red portions? They are osteocytes. यही अस्थि की कोशिकाएं हैं. They are osteocytes. That is bone cell. Within this lacuna, osteocytes are formed. So if you observe a bone from outer region to inner region, the first part that you'll see is periosteum, which is the outermost spongy part. Then we have the hard matrix, which is made up of calcium and magnesium salts. Then we have the inner semi-solid part around bone marrow, that is called endosteum, which is made up of little semi-solid calcium and magnesium salts. And last but not the least, the inner part, which is called the bone marrow. Now bone marrow is again of two types. One is the red bone marrow and one is the yellow bone marrow. तो red bone marrow के बाहर की तरफ yellow bone marrow होती है on the proximities. तो ये bone marrow मैंने आपको दिखा दिया. Regions के हिसाब से अगर आपसे कोई पूछे, the upper part is called proximal part, the lower part is called distal part. Now the head region is called epiphysis, the neck region is called metaphysis, and the middle part is called diaphysis. Since this is the upper epiphyseal part, that is why it is called proximal epiphysis. Then it is the neck region of upper part, that is why it is called proximal metaphysis. And since these two epiphysis and metaphysis are present on the lower end, that is why they are called distal metaphysis and distal epiphysis. But the middle part where the bone marrow exists, that is just diaphysis, because it does not because it doesn't possess any proximal or distal part. I hope it is clear. This was the regions and parts. Next we came on the system within the bone which is present, that is forming. Ultimately अगर एक छोटा सा बच्चा है और एक बड़े adult के रूप में तैयार हो जा रहा है, तो something is happening on a daily basis. What is happening within a bone? So within a bone is formed of Haversian systems which is called osteon. Within osteon, circular concentric rings are present which is called lamellae. Within lamellae we have different regions called lacuna, and within lacuna we are having osteocytic formations जो red आपको dotted दिख रहे हैं, and जो black striped region आप देख रहे हो, that black striped region is canaliculi, which is supplying blood and lymph supply to these bones. I hope आज के इस सेशन से, इस छोटे से सेशन से आपको bone की anatomy clear हो गई होगी. Got it? And in the next session we'll be discussing some disorders of the skeletal and muscular systems as well. What are the anomalies that we see in a bone related to bone? What are the disorders related to bone? When these bones arrange themselves in a irregular pattern, under what conditions? वो सारी चीजें हम discuss करेंगे. Now, if you are an aspirant preparing for DSSSB nursing officer, then what you need to do is just visit your Google search page, type Adda 24/7. In the very first list, you will see the official Adda 24/7 website. Click on all courses, go to teaching department, and you will see DSSSB non-teaching examination. Hit on that. Click on view all. You will see all the DSSSB non-teaching examinations. In the second row, in the second place, you will see the DSSSB nursing officer batch. Click on it. You will get all the details of the batch. And today we are having double validity, so you need to pay less and you get a validity that extends for a longer time period. So अभी कितने में मिल रहा है? 2199 रुपए में. But if you click on view offers and apply coupon code Y223, you have to apply the coupon code Y223. Remember this. And the moment you apply the coupon code Y223 and hit apply, the coupon code gets applied and you get a maximum discount of 80%. You only need to pay 1999 rupees, that is only 2000 rupees, and you get an extended validity of 6 months more. Means 12 महीने आप आराम से पढ़िए, पूरी नर्सिंग की अपनी तैयारी करिए. Apart from that, you get a 200 hours of live classes and test series and mocks for your better content development, so that you can crack your examination in this year itself. इस साल 1507 वैकेंसी है in DSSSB nursing officer. अभी फॉर्म फिलिंग भी चल रही है. It will be till 13th of March. So don't miss this opportunity. Every day at 9 PM on Teachers Adda, I come up with these sessions that will, however, boost your preparation for DSSSB nursing officer examination 2024. This is Amit Singh signing off, and I'll see you again on Monday right at 9 PM with some important topics.